Yo, what is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and back at it with another video for you guys. And this video is going to be a little different, so I just want to say I rarely do videos like this, but I just want to put this out for you guys. So today I went to run some errands, and I was driving, and this question just popped out of my head out of nowhere, and I feel like maybe it's a good topic to talk about, or maybe not. But anyways, today I'm gonna tell you guys what's it like being Asian. So obviously you guys know that I'm Chinese, you know. Those who don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know that I'm Chinese, but I am Chinese American. My parents were born in China, and but I was born in Texas. So, but obviously I have Chinese in me, and those who thought I was Korean, Japanese, whatever. I mean, it's normal. People thought I was Japanese, which is hilarious. Some people thought I was Korean. I actually went to Korea one summer and I had this really crazy haircut, and people thought I looked like Kim Jong Un. and but anyways, getting to the focus of this video, I want to talk to you guys about what's my life like being Asian. So, a lot of my friends are interested in the Chinese culture. Well, one of them, but shout out to Canadian Yorker. He always had asked me questions about like the Asian culture and stuff like that. So, but anyways, what's it like being Asian? From my experience, your parents will always be really strict. They just ask you to do well in all your grades, your school grades. Like one time I got a B plus and my parents wouldn't accept that. I would get a C. They won't accept that. When I get a D, they just punish me, or like they get really pissed off. And they just don't take B's or C's, or they just want me to do well in my schoolwork. That's basically what every Chinese parent will be. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, aren't, American parents like that? That they want to see their kids do well, but the Chinese parenting is just unbelievable. And this is a phrase called tiger parenting. It's really, 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 really well known in China. It's basically strict parents wanting their children to have a good education, good grades, and they just push their kids too hard. Like, I get pushed a lot about what I'm going to do in life, and that's something Chinese parents will do. And I know, like, American parents are like that too, but the Chinese parents dealing with their kids, telling their kids to do well, is just way up there. It's just on another level. And it's okay, I guess. Like, look, I had girlfriends in the past, and they all, there was one girl that told me, there was one person that told me, and it was a girl. She told me that, what's it like being Asian? And I told her, everything that I'm telling you guys right now. But, anyways, getting back to this video, I had a girlfriend, but it was secretly hidden from my parents because, a lot of Chinese parents don't like kids who date. Like, they don't allow dating. It's another part of the tiger parenting phrase. Like, they prohibit dating. Like, they would say, oh, once you're married, once you get out of the house, once you finish your studies, you can find a soulmate. That's basically what tiger parenting is. And look, my sister moved out of the house, and she found herself a husband, a boyfriend. And it's basically, that's it. Chinese parents prohibit dating, and it's a huge topic. And it's disturbing to me because I kept a couple relationships from my parents. Hopefully they don't see this video, but I was at Plattsburgh and I had this girl that I was in a relationship with, and she told me that you know she always found Asians cute. And that's the thing, Asians, Chinese people, you go around, imagine if someone from China, right, going around walking in America, and you're gonna get stared at. People looked at me thinking I'm from China or something, and then they make fun of race. That's the huge thing. Racism is a huge deal, and I had to deal with that when growing up. People making fun of my race, You know, they eat dogs and cats in the west side of China, and you know, people make fun of me saying that I'm a sick bastard because I eat dogs and cats. They make the fun of the way I look, and the same thing for black people. People make fun of race. Racism is a huge deal for Asians, and I had to deal with that growing up, and it was not fun. I got bullied in sixth grade because I was Chinese, my Asian, and it's so disrespectful, you know, and it's just I just don't like it. But I had to deal with racism, me being Asian, and it's disturbing and it's disrespectful, and you know that girl that I dated for a semester at Plattsburgh, she asked me, what's the Chinese culture like? And I saw as a Chinese guy myself, like a Chinese nationality in me, I figured maybe no girl would like me because maybe a girl would think, oh, that's a Chinese guy. Ugh, I hate one. I'd rather date, a white guy, and that's racism. And I always thought, oh, I'm Chinese. People might think I'm ugly. I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. But all of a sudden, this girl that I dated at Plattsburgh came into my life, and she said that she finds Chinese culture is really interesting, and she thought I was adorable. She thought I was cute, and she asked a lot of stuff about my Asian culture, and then I had to sit down with her and explain everything. Parents grew up in China, I grew up wherever, and that's the great thing about being Asian is like you can speak Chinese. Well, I'm not actually fluent in Chinese, um, but it's basically it's. I learned Chinese when I was 16 years old, and it's a great feeling. Learning Chinese, it's annoying, and you know the great thing is that you can learn a language. You can apply to a job, and maybe that job requires. If you tell the job, oh, I speak a second language, maybe there's someone out there that goes to that place where you're working, don't understand English. Let's say that I'm working at somewhere. Let's say I'm working at a Lego store. I don't know. This is just an example. Let's say I'm working at a Lego store, right? And this person or whatever came from China, and then she or he is in the Lego shop and doesn't understand a lot of English, and I happen to be there and I be able to speak with them in Chinese. That's the big thing about speaking another foreign language is that you can help people, your own people, like understand, like translating, whatever. And I was considered actually getting a translating job, like translating, Chinese to English, whatever. I don't think I would ever. I have a little trouble transferring English, but maybe transferring English to Chinese. I don't know, but that's another thing. And this tiger parenting is really serious, and me being Asian, I feel like it's alienation because all these years I felt like a girl would never love me because I'm Chinese. People think that maybe Chinese people are ugly, and I dated girls, and none of them were Asian. I like blonde chicks, so but it's just that the racism that I had to deal with, it's just that. And then the Asian culture, obviously, the eating situation is a little different. A lot of Chinese people eat rice, which I do. I eat a lot of rice. And because I'm Chinese, I'm used to it. I'm just saying that if you're Asian, you're going to be making or cooking or eating a lot of rice because that's most common in China. And, the going out to dinner is a little different because in China, if you're Chinese, most likely you get a dinner full of different plates and then you share it among your family members or friends. That's the Chinese culture way. The American way is that you just have your own food, you cook your own food, whatever. And, I just feel like, I don't know, being Asian, it's just like, I feel like I'm in alienation, like I don't fit with other people because they have American experience growing up where I had Chinese. Well, I had American experience, obviously, because I live in the United States, but still, the experience, like, I mean, you can have experience if you're Chinese, like dealing with stuff where if you're just one language English living in the United States, you don't know anything about any other culture. But that's the thing. But I don't know. Being Chinese to me is really interesting and annoying and scary. I don't know if scary is the right word, saying that the racism, I'm gonna get bullied because of my race. that's basically the case. And excuse me, I'm excuse me. But yeah, racism, and it's just, obviously, great advantage is playing ping pong. Obviously, table tennis is based off China. But yeah, but we talked about, Chinese. If you're Asian, you're gonna get strict parents. Like I said, the phrase that we talked about, tiger parenting. Look it up. It's well known in the Asia country and China, whatever. It's basically when the parents are strict about their children's future. It's just they take it too far. It's basically a strict way to raise your child if you're Chinese. And dude, Chinese parents are strict. I got a B plus, and my parents yelled at me. That's how strict they are. And they just they. It's just that. That's just my thought. And making friends. People might think Chinese people are cool. Some people say that maybe Chinese people are weird. People thought I was weird for being Chinese. It's just a racism thing. And shout out to Canadian Yorker. He is one of my best friends, and he's actually interested in the Chinese culture. I know a few of the girls that I dated are into the Chinese culture, and they asked me a lot, and they found it interesting. I always thought, growing up, that people wouldn't think Chinese people are attractive, but like, if you look at Chinese people, Korea people, and Japanese people, they're pretty beautiful people if you come to it. Like, if you ever seen Korean people, they're skinny. They look. I'm a fat fuck, so. And that's the thing. I go to China all the time, and people look at me because they know that I'm not like fluent in Chinese. I'm not I wasn't born in China, so like they look at me and it's like, oh, that guy's not from China because he's so fat. There's rarely any fat people in China, letting you guys know. So it's like, in China they look at you weirdly. That's what happened when I was there in 2017 for a year. And right here, I feel like I'm a little nation. I wasn't really a popular person, like a kid in high school, because maybe I always thought maybe because they hated Chinese, or I was just alien nation. I was from a different country or something. But I grew up Chinese, obviously, like as a person, and living the culture and learning about the holidays. But anyways, I don't have much to say. If you guys have anything you want to ask, or like your thoughts about what agent is like, comment below. But anyways, I'm getting out of here. I am Bruin Steel. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. See ya, guys.